Eau Claire is joining a handful of Wisconsin cities to ban conversion therapy that would target area LGBTQ plus youth. City Councilwoman Kate Beaton says that the Eau Claire City Council is glad to be a part of a larger effort to end conversion therapy in the United States.
The city of Eau Claire decided to take this up because there's a larger movement around the state and around the country to ban conversion therapy, and we thought it was our little part to add to that. We also wanted to, send a greater message to our children who are a part of the LGBTQ community who might not have been victims of conversion therapy. We want all people in Eau Claire to know that it's okay to be them. No matter who they are, and we're not going to try to change them.
In October, the City Council voted unanimously to ban the paid practice for children under age 18. Members said there are counseling services available throughout the city for youth struggling with sexuality or gender identity. The ban is just one step that Eau Claire has taken towards being an inclusive city for all residents, including those who are part of the LGBTQ plus community. The city also has gay bars, community centers, and fun events around town to celebrate LGBTQ plus events. Scooter's bartender Adam Akala is working on a new celebration for the city.
One project that I'm working on is Chippewa Valley Pride for next year, and I'm working closely with Jason Bennett and Brianna Stanley over at the LGBTQ plus community center here in town. I've chatted with Chris Jorgensen and Callie Freedy over at the university, and I've also talked with some other local downtown businesses that are all on board with doing a cohesive Chippewa Valley Pride Week.
Eau Claire community members Logan Bergeving, Benny Nyland, and Baby K say overall Eau Claire is a safe space for the LGBTQ plus community, as is the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. The campus was recognized as being the third best college in the nation for LGBTQ plus students by bestcolleges.com in 2017.
I started off coming to campus and I wasn't out, so there's always like a fear of coming out and people judging you for who you are. But overall, once I came out, I've only had like a few instances where people have called me faggot or like I felt threatened at all. But overall, my experience with Eau Claire is that it's a pretty inclusive city and an inclusive campus.
I grew up in a small town that didn't really accept me for who I was. And it was hell trying to get through that as a child. But then I moved down here and it's a lot better, way better.
I think, it's like any other city, but I think Eau Claire really has tried to be accepting and be, very open, especially for a city in Wisconsin, which, it's very fun and interesting to see how liberal this one little pocket is compared to the entirety.
While the campus and community work hard to bring equality and safety to all, members of the community spoke up about struggles that they still face.
Far more than just a gay and lesbian thing. It's a whole spectrum, and there is still discrimination. We've come a long way, but we've still got a very long way to go before people even understand.
Eau Claire's doing a lot of things right. Is it perfect? No, there's a long ways to go. There's a lot we can do, but people who have been thinking in a certain way for many, many years, it's not always easy to change how they perceive things.
Although struggles are still faced by the LGBTQ plus community in Eau Claire, Record Division Supervisor Stacy Goodmanson says that in the last 13 years that she's worked at the Eau Claire Police Department, not a single LGBTQ plus discrimination report has been made. Jason Bennett says that the lack of discrimination may come from other community members choosing to ignore the LGBTQ plus lifestyle.
Even people that I know that don't approve, so to speak, of my lifestyle are no longer as vocal against marriage equality or LGBT people in the workplace, because it's just become more a part of everyday life. People realize that we've always been around. So even the people who are not 100% comfortable or accepting or tolerant on that continuum, even they are like, it's a part of life, and we'll just ignore that part. And that's kind of the uneasy truce that I exist in.
Banning conversion therapy in Eau Claire was a big step to let all community members know that the city cares, which didn't go unnoticed by LGBTQ plus community members.
I think that, through passing the conversion therapy ban, we saw an outpouring of love and support among people in Eau Claire. Obviously, I am very pleased that the 10 of us on the city council voted to approve the ban, but it definitely shows that the leadership of Eau Claire is open-minded and wanting to protect our children from abuse.
I was very pleased. I was pleased that as a city that we're moving forward and we're removing this as an option. And honestly, I don't know if it's being practiced in the area. I really don't know. But the fact that we move forward on it is a good thing. It's a step in the right direction.
It's one of those things people care about, and the fact that we just took the extra step and went, you know what, even if we just don't want it happening. We just don't, even if it's not happening, we don't want it to ever start happening. It's just really nice, and it's comforting for your city to say that to you.
While efforts are being made in the city of Eau Claire to be welcoming of LGBTQ plus neighbors, Akala says there's hope for even more change.
There are people that simply say things that are ignorant that they don't even realize they're saying. And I think that happens in Eau Claire. I think it happens everywhere. Eau Claire just overall has a better sense of community and a sense of humanity and a sense of I want the best for my fellow citizens of my city. And I think that we're seeing that in the city council, we're seeing that in the school board, we're seeing that in our elected representatives. And I think it's only a matter of time before everyone in the community gets on board or they leave.
Reporting for Inside Eau Claire, I'm Kaylin Schumacher.